This is CBS.
At Marsh, our people make the difference, offering friendlier service, fresher fruits and vegetables, leaner meats, more information, and a sincere desire to make your grocery shopping as quick and convenient as possible. You value fast, friendly service, and we, all of us at Marsh, value you.
Great Boings in sports history from the Merchants National Companies. Boinging one for the Kipper. Babe Boings the big one. Boingity boing at the National Sports Festival. And now that great green growing group of banks helps bring group dynamics to a boingless world as individual brilliance meets brilliant teamwork in sports and banking at the Pan Am Games. Boing us, won't you?
Magnum PI, tonight at 11:30 on Wish TV.
Hot summer days, catching some rays. This is the life. These are the real things, and you're a part of it. Cold Coca-Cola, every day, in every way. Coca-Cola's a part of your life. Whoa, when Coca-Cola's a part of your life, you can't beat the feeling.
What if things you never thought of in color were suddenly in color? That's how we thought of our new Delta faucets. Faucets that make a splash even before you turn them on. We designed them so you can design with them. Colorful Delta faucets. They'll color the whole way you look at faucets. And maybe everything else. Delta washerless faucets. Designs that last.
I'm an easy guy to satisfy, I only want the best. Sierra is the pickup designed to pass the test. Performance with the spirit that I've never felt before. My new GMC Sierra, it's not just a truck anymore. My new GMC Sierra, it's not just a truck anymore. Oh no.
It was so simple. Really, a direct electrical charge here heats up the carbonized filament here, which in turn excites the gases trapped in here, and voila!
Well, it's very nice, Thomas, but I wanted a Bud Light.
If you want the great taste of Bud Light, ask for it.
Don't feel bad, Thomas. It's not a complete loss.
Bud Light, because everything else is just a light.
You're about to see the smartest oil change you can make. Introducing a new Quaker State motor oil with a revolutionary formula called QSX. QSX fights engine choking sludge better than other leading oils to keep oil flowing more freely. For a cleaner, longer-lasting engine, change your oil. Really change your oil. To new Quaker State with QSX, the smartest oil change you can make. Don't miss the Quaker State 500 at Pocono Raceway on Sunday, August 16th.
I've been doing his chores for the last year and a half. He rides 500 miles a week. It's the least I can do.
At 3M, we know that dreams, like ideas, won't live without the support of others. So as you watch the 1988 Olympic Games, remember nobody got there alone. 3M, supporting the dream.
This is CBS.
I've investigated a lot of big cheeses in my time, and nothing's bigger than the big cheese department at Marsh. First thing I detected was incredible variety, domestic and imported. Roquefort, they got it, sweetheart. Along with brie, cheddar, Swiss, the works. And while you're at Marsh, pick up a bottle of wine and a few croissants.
You value selection.
Because you never know who you might bump into.
And we value you.
There's more at stake in the Pan Am Games than just winning or losing. There's the well-being of thousands of employees and volunteers, millions of dollars of property, and thousands of athletes from around the world. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Indiana has it all covered. With the birth of a new total insurance organization, the Associated Group, we've insured the Pan Am Games. Now there's nothing we can't handle.
Great Boings in sports history from the Merchants National Companies. Boinging one for the Kipper. Babe Boings the big one. Boingity boing at the National Sports Festival. And now that great green growing group of banks helps bring group dynamics to a boingless world as individual brilliance meets brilliant teamwork in sports and banking at the Pan Am Games. Boing us, won't you?
CBS and News 8, your Pan Am Games connection.
Quiet, please.
You're too young.
I'll show them.
In a crowd!
It's Max.
Romans, Cocologists. Your numbers are growing because New Coke has a better, more modern taste than
Pepsi.
Uh-oh, you said the P word.
Now, can I join?
If it's yay, I stay. No, I go.
Max! Sure, you can join.
Can he be president? Catch the wave. Coke.
No better value? Right. You get the newest 386 technology in our Tandy 4000 at an incredible price.
386 technology?
Yes, it's faster, more powerful, and it runs today's MS-DOS and tomorrow's OS2 software.
What about desktop publishing?
It's easy. With our laser printer, the Tandy 4000 gives you professional results every time.
I see. Better value.
Tandy Computers, because there is no better value. Only at Radio Shack Computer Centers.
The first name in copiers probably isn't the copier name you think of first. But it's a name that links speed and performance with uncompromising reliability and makes innovative technology simple to use. For meeting the needs of every size business, business relies on the most popular copiers in America. From personal to high-performance copiers, the choice is Canon. Canon, official supplier of copiers to the 10th Pan American Games.
An investment firm is only as impressive as it is responsive.
Let's go.
So when interest rates fell, we looked for new ways for our clients to make money and developed unique opportunities like the Prudential Real Estate Investment Trust, a first of its kind in a way to take advantage of changing markets. While others may imitate it, we're busy surpassing it. If anyone can show you bold new thinking in the business of making money,
Let's close it.
it's Prudential Bache, rock solid, market-wise.
Sunday, Sophia Loren stars as a mother who dared to fight the drug world and save her son in a special 3-hour CBS movie.
No!
Courage, Sunday.
Ironman triathlete Mark Allen. Kellogg's Pro Grain. Ironman food. Power packed with wheat, corn, oats. Thiamine, niacin, riboflavin. Vitamins A, C, B6, B12, and iron. Honey toasted for great taste. New Kellogg's Pro Grain cereal. Ironman food.
The companies of Ameritech have been warming up in Indianapolis, working hard, getting ready, creating a completely integrated communications network for the 38 nations of the Pan Am Games. It took talent and technology, and whether your communications needs are sophisticated or basic, we're ready for you. Ameritech, official communications company for the Pan Am Games.
The night belongs to Michelob.
Dark of the night.
What if things you never thought of in color were suddenly in color? That's how we thought of our new Delta faucets. Faucets that make a splash even before you turn them on. We designed them so you can design with them. Colorful Delta faucets. They'll color the whole way you look at faucets. And maybe everything else. Delta washerless faucets. Designs that last.
Hey there, laddie. Now there's an easier way. With press and place caulk from 3M. Just unroll, press in place, and remove liner.
Hey, that looks great.
Aye, and no mess. And press and place caulk will last for 20 years. Our 3M will replace it free. Now there's an easier way to seal tubs and sinks too. Try press and place tub and sink caulk.
From 3M, worldwide sponsor of the 1988 Olympic Games.
Daddy, your ship has come in!
Sure. Find the holes in your homeowner's insurance before they find you.
Sorry to barge in.
Have a Prudential representative give you a fast, free Pru review of your coverage.
Are we covered?
For this!
If you had a Pro review, you'd know.
Get a Pru review from the Prudential and get a piece of the rock.
Don't look like Bermuda to me.
High above the Loire Valley is a castle that has enchanted travelers since the Middle Ages. But now travelers of all ages can be enchanted at the Hotel de la Bretèche. But if you go there, remember, bring your nose for wine and your Visa card. Because you can't check out without a glass of Pouilly Fumé. And you can't check in with American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Exceptionally smooth. The night belongs to Michelob.
United can show you the old Hawaii where time takes a rest, and you can become yourself again. So come become Hawaii with the airline that's been her friend for nearly 40 years. United.
When you look for champions, look to the Pan American Games on CBS Sports. This is CBS.
Looks can be deceiving, but when it comes to dairy foods, there's an easy way to tell you're not getting some cardboard imitation. Always look for the real seal, the sign of genuine dairy foods. Look for the seal and know it's real.
Come on, everybody, do that kick. America's favorite health kick. Milk.
When it comes to healthcare coverage, there's one name that's trusted more than any other. But now, there's another name to remember. The name of a new total insurance and financial services group. It's a company of companies, united to bring you the protection and security of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Indiana. Plus, a whole lot more. We're the Associated Group. Now there's nothing we can't handle.
Hollywood Squares, weeknights at 7:30 on Wish TV, Channel 8.
Miss Bennett, I presume.
This week on Our Magazine.
I think that birth control clinics in schools are a really good idea.
It's a special series on America's newest epidemic, teenage pregnancy.
40,000 girls last year dropped out of school because of pregnancy.
Also this week, music memories from Johnny Ray, Mickey Gilley, Gloria Gaynor, The Association, and Helen Reddy. Plus, join Man of the Hour John Forsythe, Lily Tomlin, Heather Locklear, and Jackie Collins all this week on Our Magazine.
Monday at 3.
It's Jeep Jamboree time. Direct factory cash back.
We interrupt this commercial with the following important credit message from your Renault Jeep dealers and Chrysler Credit. Your Central Indiana Renault Jeep dealers can now finance you through Chrysler Credit. So if you are recently divorced, just out of school, just out of the service, have little or no credit history, or are a first-time buyer, your Renault Jeep dealers can get you financed. Get the credit you deserve. See your Central Indiana Renault Jeep dealer today.
If you made hamburger patties the way most places make hamburger patties, you'd discover your thick, meaty burgers were suddenly dry, flat, and lifeless. So at Hardee's, we developed a way to make our quarter-pound patties gently, to cook up thicker, full of natural juices. It's a complicated machine, but we can give you an idea of the principle we based it on. Hardee's, we're out to win you over.
I've always loved dessert. Back in high school, they said if I didn't cool it, I'd take up 2 spaces in the yearbook. That was high school. But I still haven't given up dessert, as long as it's sugar-free Jell-O pudding. It's all NutraSweet, so it doesn't have a lot of calories.
Sugar-free Jell-O pudding, the dessert you don't have to desert.
Can't wait till the class reunion.
Don't just strike a deal on a new station wagon. Strike gold. Only at your gold medal Chevy dealer, Dave McIntyre Chevrolet Center. It's the biggest sale in Indiana history with 400 brand new 87 station wagons. Cavaliers priced lower than ever. Celebrity gold medal discounted. Caprice luxury and liquidation sale price. No one can sell a station wagon for less, so strike now. Go for the gold. At your gold medal Chevy dealer, Dave McIntyre Chevrolet Center.
These are Long John Silver's 4 unique sea salads. They're not your typical fast food salads. How can I tell? Well, see that shrimp, that seafood, those fresh vegetables, even that pasta? You notice how much seafood there is? I think the technical term is a lot. That's the difference. See, even though other places have salads, they're just not as interested in the principle of a lot like Long John Silver's is.
Long John Silver's.
Sea salads.
Sounds good to me.
Hooey. All my friends are yuppies. Yup. But I'm just a nopey. They all have VCRs, come here all the time, trade video cassettes. I don't want to be a nopey. I want to be a yuppie, but how can I get a VCR?
Rent on the double with no trouble from Options 3.
Now I'm a yuppie too.
Thomas, did you rent your VCR from Options 3?
Yep.
CBS and News 8, your Pan Am Games connection.
Yes, sir.
This is the anatomy of a whole new animal. It has fuel injection and the most powerful standard engine in half-ton pickups. New rear-wheel anti-lock braking system and galvanized steel rust protection front, sides, and rear. The 88 full-size Chevy pickup. It's a whole new animal.
The heartbeat of America. That's the day Chevy truck.
Nice going, Mustang. Have one on me.
Roger, Den Mother.
Great. Trouble with your refreshment system?
Negative.
Where is he? Hi, boys.
Diet Pepsi, the choice of a new generation. And for great Diet Pepsi taste without caffeine, try Diet Pepsi Free, the caffeine-free choice of a new generation.
Now there's a barbecue potato chip that's missing something. New Pringles Light Barbecue.
Know what it's missing? A lot of the fat you get in their regular potato chips.
But you'll never miss it. And it's missing a lot of the salt you get in those chips. But you'll never miss it.
New Pringles Light Barbecue in the silver can with so much tangy barbecue flavor.
You'll never miss what's missing.
It's happening. You're about to experience a whole new feeling with new Sure Desert Spice Scent. It'll add new spice to your life. Now we'll take you to a light, refreshing place with Sure Powder Dry Scent. Leave it to Sure to help keep you powder dry all day long.
Nonsense.
You might not take your eye care quite as seriously as we do at Pearl.
Cover your eye.
But you should.
No, just one eye.
In fact, a thorough eye exam is so important, Pearl will now pay for it when you buy a pair of glasses.
Okay, read the bottom line, please. E. There is no E.
Look for the Pearl coupon and complete details in TV Guide or your local paper.
I think she needs glasses, Mom.
Loosen up, kick 'em back, moving on down the road. Time for you to get away, gotta shed that heavy load. We're here for the good times, we think you'll see we're right. Put your family in a Stouts RV and get moving down the pike. After the sale is done, Stouts RV service is #1.
Here at the Silas Thorndike Academy, our boys display exemplary behavior. Occasionally, we do have an outbreak of high-spiritedness. When these little mishaps occur, we rely on Brawny. It's new.
Brawny!
It's the largest towel you can buy, and it's strong enough to handle even the toughest jobs. Thanks ever so much, Brawny.
Anytime, Teach. New Brawny, the big tough towel.
It's going to be a circus when bargain hunters find out about Country Corner Furniture's tent sale. We won't be able to contain them. These drastically discounted goodies are first come, first serve. And if you've got an old living room, bedroom, or dining room, or even an old chair, you can trade it in and save even more. That's right, we'll give you up to $200 trade-in on your old furniture. Country Corner Furniture's tent sale, drastic discounts, and trade-in allowances. When Country Corner Furniture's tent sale ends, there won't be anything left but the tent. Country Corner Furniture in Mooresville, where it's definitely worth your drive.
He's suing his ex-wife's boyfriend.
He went past her head with the second punch, hit me across the center of the lip right here.
The defendant's version?
He swung on me, and I blocked his swing and countered. That's almost exactly what happened.
Where did you hit him?
Pardon me?
What part of his body did you hit?
I believe in the face, Your Honor.
But that's not all.
He's told me if I did anything at all, that he would come back and kill me.
Monday at 5:30.
You three guys sell auto parts, right?
Right.
I suppose you all carry a lot of parts, right?
Right.
And you can save me money if I do it myself.
Right.
But what if I don't know how to do it myself? Or perhaps I don't have the time to do it myself? Who can help me now?
I can. One thing keeps Guarantee Auto head and shoulders above our competition. Others only sell auto parts. We can install them for you, too.
Steak fajitas. Think of it as a Mexican steak sandwich.
I was thinking the other day about how some opportunities just shouldn't be passed up because you may never get another chance. Well, the Pan Am Games are like that. Did you know that it could be another generation before these games are played in the United States? And even then, they probably won't be played in Indianapolis. So this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us, our families, and our friends. Some of the best athletes in the world will be here. Don't pass them up. Competition starts Sunday, August 9th. Get your tickets today.
Coming up next on News 8, we'll have this and more.
I do solemnly proclaim open the 10th Pan American Games in Indianapolis, Indiana, in the United States of America.
And with that, the 10th Pan American Games in Indianapolis are officially underway.
And underway they are. This is Debbie Knox reporting live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'll tell you how this spectacular event went off.
Well, the symbol of the athletic competition, the Pan Am Torch, has traveled thousands of miles to reach the Speedway. This evening, a look back at the journey that brought it here.
And we'll also take a look at whether all the elements are in place to make the next 3 weeks go smoothly.
And meteorologist Tom Magnuson tells us when we might see the sun again. Join us. News 8 is coming up.
Beat the heat. Right now, during Kayak Sizzling Summer Sale. Sale prices, low monthly payments, immediate and free delivery. Call 1-800-THE-POOL. It's hot. Everyone wants a pool. Only Kayak can deliver your pool right away. Because we're America's largest manufacturer and retailer of swimming pools. Enjoy resort living in your own backyard with a Kayak award-winning pool. It's Kayak Sizzling Summer Sale. Call now. 1-800-THE-POOL.
This is Wish TV Channel 8, your station for the Pan Am Games. With Neil Moore and Tina Cosby. Weather with meteorologist Tom Magnuson. And sports with Jim Barker. This is News 8.
All the planning, all the dreams have finally paid off for Indianapolis. The 10th Pan American Games are now underway, and for the next 15 days, the city and the state will be the center of attention for the amateur sporting world. There have been some setbacks and some controversies, but today is a day for celebration. Good evening. With an event the magnitude of the Pan Am Games, it seems only fitting that the competition be ushered in the grandest of fashions.
Today at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway opening ceremony, history was made with a stunning Disney production. And there was more. Here now to fill us in is News 8's Debbie Knox, live from the Speedway.
Hello, Tina, and hello, Neil. You know, when you say the word spectacular event, I was talking to some other reporters, and they said, you know, that doesn't even seem like it really describes it all that well. This was a spectacular event. It did put Indianapolis on the map in a very grand sort of fashion. There were all sorts of parts to the ceremony that you almost really can't even describe. Let's take a look at a few of the highlights so you can get a feel for it if you didn't watch it this afternoon on CBS. What you're looking at now is just part of that ceremony. A lot of songs came from musicals. If you want to know, 32,000 performers in all that took part in this, including the athletes and the people who even carried the flags onto the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The crowds were warm. They'd come off the stairs, people clapped, they applauded, they welcomed all the athletes. Here you're looking at the U.S. delegation. Of course, they got a standing ovation. Really, it was just moving. It's hard to really put words to something like this. You can talk about the people that were in the marching band, 1,000 members of them. You can look at Oscar Robertson, who was the man who carried in the torch, but there was even more than all of what you're seeing. There was more to the torch lighting. There was more to all the delegations. It really was an incredible event, and I think it set a tone, it set a mood here that will be unmatched probably in this century that Indianapolis will ever know. I'm standing out here on the actual stage where everything took place. I can tell you things like you're looking at people now, the folks from Mexico who are still partying. In fact, as we understand it, there's a band, a caramba band in the background outside of the area where I'm standing, where people are still congratulating themselves, basking, I guess, in the moment. It was spectacular. If you didn't get to see it on Channel 8, it's just too bad because it was a wonderful event. Mike Andervet will be along in just a second. He'll tell you about the torch lighting and some of the other events that went on. I got to speak to a physician here who was on duty. He said it absolutely went smoothly. So all I can say is that it seemed to go without a hitch. We're very happy, and I think the mayor and all the dignitaries are very pleased with the way Disney carried this thing off. Back to you, Tina and Neil.
Debbie, watching it on television, it seemed extremely exciting when the U.S. athletes came in with all the patriotic music, and the crowd seemed to just go wild at that moment.
You know, you hear the comment made, you get chills. You get chills, or I got chills when I saw them walk in here and wave to people, and it was just spectacular. And of course, they got the standing ovation. Patty sang the theme called "The Quest." It was fabulous. There's no other word to describe it. Fabulous.
It's almost left you speechless, Debbie. I can tell.
Yeah, you really. It was a great event.
Thank you, Debbie Knox, reporting live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Well, a lot of hard work and practice went into these ceremonies. This morning, we sent our Rick Dawson to look into the last-minute preparations out at the State Fairgrounds, where the performers gathered. He found a lot of excitement mixed in with a few butterflies.
The day began bright and early at 7 a.m. for many of the performers. They met here at the Fairgrounds Coliseum. 6,000 in all.
to get last-minute advice from ceremonies coordinators.
It took a lot of work and a lot of planning, and it's coming together real well from this end.
It's the first time we've actually dressed everybody, so the costuming part is taking a little longer. We did a trial run because we dressed about half the people yesterday.
Pam Carver is in charge of all the costumes.
It's been a real undertaking. We started June 1st, and so we've all been here many nights with little sleep, but we're hanging in there. We're still smiling.
The next stop, costume changes, makeup, and hairspray. One performer, familiar to Channel 8 viewers, was still catching her breath after being cinched into an old-fashioned corset.
Have to stay in this until about 2 o'clock this afternoon, so that's like 4 hours, and I'm going to burn up, sweaty, but we'll be beautiful by the time we go on.
Keep moving, thank you.
Come on, out to the buses.
And as the performers boarded their rides to the Speedway, many insisted they weren't the least bit nervous.
Now you have no butterflies whatsoever.
No butterflies. No, we're not nervous. We're not that scared.
Have we got 3 seats in the back? Okay.
Sure. We're ready to go. The old showbiz is coming out.
I feel pretty confident right now, but of course, you know, when you get up there before 70,000 people, it's going to be a whole new ball game. So.
Plus a national TV audience. Does that have any?
Yeah, you didn't have to say that. I don't want to hear that.
More than 100 Metro buses helped transport the performers to the Speedway. As the volunteers stepped off at the other end, they were only hours from the largest on-stage performance Indianapolis has ever seen. And they were ready. At the Speedway, Rick Dawson, Wish TV, News 8. Here's an odd twist to the games. Cubans and Nicaraguans attending the competition are being courted to defect by a mercenary magazine. Soldier of Fortune magazine is distributing these flyers offering $25,000 in gold to the first Cuban or Nicaraguan intelligence agent who defects during the competition. Paxi organizers have not been available for comment. The U.S. State Department still has not decided whether it will grant a visa to a member of the Chilean shooting team who has alleged connections to that country's secret police. Francisco Zuniga was not allowed to accompany his countrymen to the games because of the visa problem. A Dominican Republic basketball official is said to be having a similar problem with obtaining a visa.
Well, the Pan American organizers and volunteers spent much of today putting the finishing touches on the sites for the games, and housing the athletes continues to be a challenge. News 8's Kim Sanders has the latest on preparations.